Hello students, in today's video we will start with the new chapter exponents and radicals. I hope you remember exponents of rational numbers and their laws. Let's recall them. First, for any non-zero rational number a, we define a to the power 0 is equal to 1. Next, let a be any non-zero rational number and n be a positive integer. Then we define a to the power minus n, that is equal to 1 by a to the power n. Next, let a and b be any two rational numbers and let m and n be integers. Then we have a to the power m into a to the power n is equal to a to the power m plus n. Next, a to the power m by a to the power n is equal to a to the power m minus n, where a is not equal to 0. Next, a to the power m whole to the power n is equal to a to the power m into n, or we can write a to the power n whole to the power m. ab whole to the power n is equal to a to the power n b to the power n. Next, a by b whole to the power n is equal to a to the power n divided by b to the power n, where b is not equal to 0. Next, we are going to study more about rational exponents and their laws. 4 square is equal to 16 and inversely square root of 16 is equal to 4. That means 4 raised to the power 2 is 16 and square root of 16 is equal to 4. We can write root 16 is equal to 4 as 16 to the power 1 by 2, that is equal to 4, or 16 raised to the power half is 4. Similarly, 4 cube, that is equal to 64, or cube root of 64 is equal to 4, or we can write 64 to the power 1 by 3, that is equal to 4. Similarly, 225 to the power 3 by 2 means square root of 225 cube. 216 to the power 2 by 3 means cube root of 216 square. In general, a to the power m by n means nth root of a to the power m. So, if a be any positive rational number and m be an integer while n be a natural number, then a to the power m by n is equal to nth root of a to the power m. So here a to the power m is called the radicand. Nth root of a to the power m, this term is called a radical. N is called the index. This is index. The sign, this sign is called the radical sign. You should remember one thing, the index of a radical is always a natural number. Let's do the following questions. Express the following in exponential form. So these are all in radical form. We had to change it into exponential form. So when we change radical form into exponential form, power will be a rational number. So in the numerator we write the power of the number and in the denominator we write the index. So here the power of the number is 1 and in index it is 2. In square root the index is 2, but we don't write 2 in the index. So the exponential form will be 7 power in the numerator, index in the denominator. Like, let's do the next one. Here the power is 1. So 21, 1 by 3. Power in the numerator, index in the denominator. So this is the exponential form of cube root of 21. Next, cube root of 3 square. 3, 2 by 3. Power in the numerator, index in the denominator. Next, 265. Here the power is 1. 1 by index is 5. So this is the exponential form of fifth root of 265. Next one. Here the power is 1. So 5 by 6. to the power 1 by 8. Let's do the next question. Express the following as radicals. These are all given in exponential form, so we have to change them into radical form. Let's do the first one. When we change it into radical form, the power will be the numerator and the index will be the denominator. So, in power we have to write the numerator and index we have to write the denominator. So this is the radical form of this number. Let's do the next one. 17. In index we have to write 5 and in the power we have to write 2, the numerator. So this is the radical form of this number. Let's do the next one. 12 by 19. The index will be the denominator 5 and the power will be the numerator. So this is the radical form of 12 by 19 to the power 3 by 5. I hope you have understood these concepts. This is your homework for today and that's all for today. Thank you.